If you do not like basting your quilt layers together, there is an alternative, and it is called Birdie Bird batting. It is a no baste wadding or batting, meaning you don't have to baste it. It is relatively new on the market. I thought that we'd give this a go on camera together. I haven't tried this either, and we'll see whether this works or not. So who am I? I am Kim. This is Quilt with Kim. You are very welcome. Let's go get quilting. So here we are with our Birdie Bird batting under the camera. I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet, so let's get going with this. Now, just as an aside while I'm getting this out, I know this is a little bit more expensive than normal wadding or batting. I had a look at the prices. They do seem to have come down a little bit since it was released, but it is still a bit more expensive than wadding or batting. But I think in life you pay for convenience, and if it works and we don't have to spray baste or hand baste our layers together, then maybe it's worth those extra pounds or dollars. So take it out of the bag, and the instructions are on the back. It says there, flip side for instructions. We don't need to pre-wash anything. It looks like we're layering the right side, so do not pre-wash. Lay out the backing with the wrong side up. Place the flannel side of the batting on the backing fabric and smooth out any wrinkles. Place the quilt top on the batting and smooth out any wrinkles. Fold up 6 to 10 inches and continue to... Yes, I'm reading this as well. This is literally the first time I've seen this. So let's have a look. I have got a small little sample that I was teaching the other day of how to do a plique, and this was what was left. So this is my backing fabric. So I've just got a piece there that we're going to do wrong side up, and then it says on here, place the flannel side of the batting on the backing fabric and smooth any wrinkles. So let's open it up and have a look. So that looks like the wadding side to me. This is how it comes with these stitches in place. I have not put those there, I promise you. So that's the flannel side. So let's put that on the back of our backing there. I think what I might do is I'll just trim this excess off here. So let me quickly do that with camera on pause. There we go. I did that with the camera on pause because I had to move the machine out of the way, which is just here, and I managed to slice off the corner of the instructions, but never mind. Okay, so I think in an ordinary world we would have our normal overage of batting to our quilt top, but I'm just doing this as a sample, so your normal rules would apply because your backing and your wadding or batting will still shrink in a little bit or pull in when you're doing your quilting. But just for the purposes of this exercise, it's not that much bigger than my actual piece. I mean, it's got a little bit around there. And yes, if you're eagle-eyed and you've got me on your television, you'll probably see there's a selvage along here. I wouldn't normally have that on a piece. This is just a demo piece that I was teaching. So I've got what it says here. I've got the flannel side down on my backing. I've got my quilt top on top, and I've smoothed it all out. I don't need to roll anything up because this is only a small size side, and it says no pinning, no basting. Just think of all the time that you save. Do you think it's going to do housework and washing up and all the laundry as well? If they do that, then I'm all in. Right, so that's that allegedly ready to go. Currently it feels the same as when I put normal wadding in there. It's not sticking down. You know when you're spray basting, then it's stuck down, and it just feels like it's going to do what I'd expect to do if I wasn't spray basting my normal wadding down, because it just feels it's going to come apart. But they know what they're doing. So let's get my machine under the camera and let's see how this works. Okay, for the first bit of the demo, I've got my walking foot on. I will pause in a moment and switch over to my free motion foot, but let's do one foot at a time to see. So I haven't done anything to this quilt sandwich. It is literally just as I've left it a second ago, but I did have to pause the camera to get the machine into place. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to do any fancy designs if I'm being completely honest. I think what I'll do is I'll do a just contour the inside of my heart, and let's just see how that goes. So let's just move my needle over, because I do like my quilting to be nice. My machine is set on a 3mm stitch length, so about the same that I would normally quilt. I've got my long tail, so all my other quilting setup is the same as normal. I've lost my foot pedal, so that stays the same. So let's see how this goes on this. Okay, so far so good. It feels quite nice as I'm going through. Let's just see if I can line up perfectly with the point of my heart. Oh, look at that. Takes a bow. Okay, let's come up the other side. I'm always really chuffed with myself when I line up with the points. Please tell me you are as well, because, you know, we've got to take the small wins in life, I think. You've got to enjoy the process, not just the end result. And if we can get a little small win, like finishing at a point, or what's another small win? Your bobbin and your thread running out at exactly the same time, or your bobbin, sorry I keep knocking the camera, or my bobbin running out after the end of my stitch line. Okay, I have to say this isn't moving anywhere, and it is really nice. I could be a convert, but we've got to try free motion next. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking for a minute. Thank God I hear you say. And I'm going to whiz round and meet the end, and I'll just speed this little bit up a bit. Okay, that's that out from underneath the machine then, and it did actually feel very nice as I was going around. It quilted through really well. I think this feels like a cotton poly mix, by the way. It doesn't say on here what type of wadding or batting it is, but this particular one that I've got, the sample, feels like a cotton poly mix, as a bit of a guide. Right, so that's that. I think so far so good. I'd definitely be tempted at this stage to go and buy a big quantity of it for a quilt. But I'm going to switch over to my free motion foot, and let's try a bit of free motion on one of these corners here to see how that works, because you're moving free motion all over the place. If anything's likely to pick up, then that will. So fingers crossed that works. So here we are with my free motion foot in place. I have literally just brought the bottom thread up. I've done a lock stitch in place, and I have donned my fancy quilting gloves. And if you're new to quilting gloves, I'll stick a link to one of my videos on why you need to get yourself a pair of these. Anyway, let's see how it works with just a very simple little bit of free motion round here. I have no idea what I'm going to free motion. Let's do a little figure of 8 and see how that goes. Okay, it is actually really nice to quilt through. Let's do another one round here. Like, there was nothing moving off the edge here. This is why I've done this here and positioned the camera so you can see. I'm not really holding it down. What I'm doing is just holding like I normally would. So there's no difference in my approach. Okay, so nothing's picking up. Let's go around there. I'm not quite sure what I was doing there, but anyway, there we go. We've got, I don't know if you can see that, a few little figure of 8s, but that hasn't moved off here. Nothing is caught up underneath. Let's take it out of the machine. Let's just have a look at the back to see how that looks, because that's always a good determinant of whether something is good to go. And then we'll make a decision, shall we? So bear with. Here we are with my little sample block out of the machine then. This is what we have just done here. The stitches are nice and even. If I flip round to the back, there's a bit of thread that I managed to get myself caught up with, but there's no tension issues at all. If tension goes a bit odd, it normally is your machine telling you something is awry somewhere, but there's nothing untowards there. On the back of my original heart, there's all the stitches are nice and even, and there's no tension issues anywhere along there. And then the front of it all looks lovely as well. So I think I would say this is definitely a purchase to make, even if it is a little bit more than your normal wadding or batting. I think I think it actually does save you time from definitely hand basting your layers together, because it obviously seems to work, and on your spray basting it's quicker, but it still takes time as well. So I think this is definitely one that we all need to give a good go on a large quilt. If you are going to try it, please pop a comment below here and let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you, and I do reply to all the comments. In the meantime, I will love you and leave you for now, but please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it really helps this channel and also helps you so you don't miss out on any future tips or tutorials or anything else I happen to be doing. I will love you and leave you for now. Bye for now.